Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. 6 ears in this. That's right, 6 ears. I'm really spoiling you today. The first few are quick fire ones. Nothing too complicated, but I thought let's just throw them in. Why not? So the first one here. This is episode 214. Gone in with the Jobson horn there. So I'm not a one-trick pony. Don't always use suction. I don't always show the videos when I've used tools because sometimes they're over so quickly it's barely worth it. That's why I've put that one in there. It wasn't fully blocked, as you can tell that. It's just a little something and nothing that we scooped out for a young fella. This one, I threw a load of oil in this just before I did this because got this really like sharp-edged shard, which is deep down in this lady's ear. It's a fine tube. You can just see how thin this is, can't you? As soon as I've lifted that up, too deep for tools this. As soon as I've lifted it up, the problem is, you've got a leading edge on this. So it's quite difficult to keep a good grip of that when it's coming out that way. But we managed it. I think it gets a bit wobbly when we're trying to get it out. A few hairs gets in the way and it gets a little stuck, but we managed to whip it out. Not affecting ladies' hair in this, just had a sensation that there was just something there. She wasn't wrong. There's an eardrum after that one, looking okay. Another one here, quite similar to the first one. This was really hard, this though. Again, I think I've got the Jobson horn in behind this one. Like to try one of Neil's new curettes, but he's not sent me any free samples yet, so if you're watching, tell him to send me some and I'll give them a go. They look very good. I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far. They certainly look like they would make our job a lot easier. Wish I'd have thought of it first. Don't have the money to spend on development or anything like that, to be honest. But yeah, this one was it was rock solid, this bit. It was, so I just had to poke the camera in just past the hairs so we can see what we're doing. And gently scoop that out. And there it is. Too hard to lift up with a Jobson horn. So I think I actually just picked that out when it fell into there. Next one here, another dry, hard one. This again, not fully blocking this chap's ear, but again, he just had a sensation that there was something there. It was quite itchy and irritable. And I was thinking of getting a tool in for this one, but sometimes when something's a bit really, you'd suspect it's really stuck or adhered to the canal wall. Sometimes it's more comfortable to imagine dragging something along your skin or lifting it up off your skin. And in my mind, it's usually always best to grab hold of it and lift it upwards rather than drag it. You prevent any friction then. And as you know, the ear is very sensitive, so we want to avoid that at all costs if we can. Still suffering the after effects of this man flu, as you can probably hear. Hopefully I'm over the worst of it. But yeah, it's lingering for a while now. The next two are the longer of the two, a bit more involved in this procedure, from what I recall. So this is ear number 5, I think it is. And I think these were all done on the same day. So it was a fairly typical day. Actually, it wasn't a typical day because it's just sprung to my mind now. There was an extremely complicated and unusual case that came in. I've not made the video yet. Reason being is I just wanted some advice really from a few other specialists on what we think might be going on because it was quite unusual what I found. It could be potentially quite serious as well. So I shared it on LinkedIn and asked Neil, had a few thoughts on what it might be, as did ENT physician Jeff Lacour, who's got a great YouTube channel. You should go and check that out. And I had a few thoughts on what this thing might be. But this gentleman in question is going to see his local ENT specialists shortly for some further tests, so we'll forget to find out exactly what it is that's going on. I know it all sounds a bit cryptic, that, but trust me, the video's coming shortly. Probably maybe in the next week or so after I've finished it. But yeah, it's extremely fascinating. Now this one, these two ears that this chap has got, they're full front to back, top to bottom, and I didn't feel the need to put any oil in, to be honest, because it was coming away. It might have come away a little bit quicker, but you have to weigh up the pros and cons of putting oil in, because as you know, it can get a bit obstructive, the view can get a bit blurry. You have to weigh it up whether you think it's worth it or whether it's going to come out well enough without it. If it's going to come out well enough without it, then keep calm and carry on. But as you can see, this, it lifts up really nicely, this. You can just see kind of the fresher layer of skin underneath that. And as I begin to lift that from the base, what you'll notice is it kind of does a little, not a somersault, but it kind of turns flatter on its side, and it's easier to get a grip on the flatter surface, which has been sitting on the base of the ear canal. So that's kind of what we do, kind of lift it up a little bit, then let go, and then readjust a bit further down, so we attach the suction tube to that flat surface. That's just what I've done there. Good chunk this when it comes out. I will promise I'm going to make a New Year's resolution to myself to make sure I get more pictures of these on the tray with a ruler. Incidentally, I did get a new ruler. Somebody sent me a new ruler. The old one was looking a bit worn. All the numbers had washed off it, because obviously you have to wash it quite frequently. Well, every time you use it, to be honest. And all the numbers had worn off. A few little specks around the ear after this one. Wasn't important to get all of them, just got a couple of bits. The one that was deep down just in front of the ear, I was like, yeah, it's helpful to get that one. Don't need to get any of the other little specks. You can already see. Can a bit inflame that, but otherwise not too bad. Sack 'em on, another tool here. This was the other ear of the same patient you've just seen. Now when I looked at it, it looked a lot firmer than the other one. So I thought I'll just get the rosin inserter and just bring that forward. And it kind of sliced through it a bit. So it certainly helped. Brought it a bit forward, and it sliced through it a little bit. But after it did that, it would have been difficult. It would have just kept slicing through it if I'd have got in and tried to pull it out. So again, what I've done there, I'm searching for the flat surface, which is what you can see there. So I'm just grabbing it, lift it up, and you can see the surface there now is slightly flatter. Get a better grip on that. So give it a wiggle and pop it out. Another wax baby safely delivered. 6 wax babies. Is that septuplets?
Yeah.
Quadruplets. Quintuplets. Septuplets. Why do I want to say 77? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am. Anyway, a whole maternity ward of wax babies today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed them. But for now, take care of yourself, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.